Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Pokemon Blue, where in the last episode, we had to make a pretty tough choice for the betterment of our souls. And I had to put my own heart and soul on the back burner for this run and not take Flareon in order to preserve the life of Tabanero. And so we went a different route and we took Vaporeon and named him after Drain. Because Drain's still sitting at the Pokemon daycare, and I don't think he's ever coming back. So, and just by taking him, like, he's now one of our best Pokemon on our roster. He easily has the most HP out of anybody by a pretty wide margin there, and he has two bomb-ass moves. He's got Ice Beam and Bubble Beam, despite the fact that Ice Beam only has 10 PP on it. But it's absurd to me that a level 25 Pokemon, the only thing that it has to bring to the table is Tackle and Sand Attack. What the hell is that? That's like the kiss of death. It is not okay. So that's what's going on with that. However, even though we've only got 10 PP on that, I know of a little secret that Celadon City holds right in the outskirts of itself that's going to help us immensely with that. So if we hop on the old bicycle and head right on out this way, and head up this way, we're gonna find one of these dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. We got ourselves a PP up, and so we're gonna take some liquid PP and we're gonna inject it right into Vaporeon's eyeball, and we're gonna make that Bubble Beam have a couple extra uses on it. So now it went from 10 to 12, and I think that's great. Shit, that is not great. I just realized something. Last episode, we put Frank Dukes into the PC, and now we don't have anybody that knows Cut, which it's not important right now, but we'll need it later, which is fine. I mean, I guess I can teach it to Neo if I really have to. If push comes to shove, I could probably get rid of Poison Powder. Not like I'm really ever going to use that anyways. But ideally, I think I'd almost like Kimbo Slice to learn it, if he can. Because if he can, I'd totally like to get rid of Scratch, because that move totally sucks. But I think it would actually just go into that empty slot down there. I wouldn't replace Scratch at all, because I think you just automatically learn it if there's an open space there. So that's what's going on with that. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be heading into the Rocket Game Corner, which is basically like the Los Pollos Hermanos of the Pokemon world. And we are basically the Walter White to Giovanni's Gustavo Fring, despite the fact that we at no point have ever worked for him, but we do totally dismantle him from the inside out, and it is fantastic. Pokemon? No! This is a hotel for people. We're full up. Hold on a minute. This little tiny building is a hotel? How? Where? There's no stairs, there's no elevator, it's just this one floor. There's not even any beds in here. What the hell's going on? I think that there's something else going on here. This is just a bunch of lies, you sack of shit. I'm on vacation with my brother and my boyfriend. Celadon is such a pretty city. My sis brought me on this vacation. Well, that's pretty good. How nice of her, you know? And not very often that you get to travel that far away from home to see a nice big city like this. Why did she bring her brother? That must be the boyfriend. He's really bitter about it. He's like, oh, we're going to go on a vacation out to Celadon, and we're going to be able to stay in a nice big hotel, and we're going to ruin that place with all the sex we're going to be having. And then last moment, she brings her brother, and he's like, damn it, now we can't do any of that. Unless she's like Team Incest or something, but that is not okay, and nobody should ever be on that team. That team should be forever vacated for everybody. So, that's what's going on. Alright, well, we gotta go in here, and we gotta go talk to this guy first. Go ahead, laugh. I'm flat out busted. No more slots for me. I'm going straight. Because apparently I was gay before, but that's completely irrelevant. Here, I won't be needing this anymore. I love that everything that he said had an exclamation point on it, so it just, leads me to think that he was just, screaming that at the top of his lungs inside of this restaurant, and everybody's just turning around looking at him like, whoa! He's just like, I'm going straight! I've had it! No more slots! Take the case! Get the fuck out of here! And everybody's just like, whoa, dude. Pipe down over there, I'm gonna come break your hip. The man at the table lost all his slots. Please excuse me, I got a big, huge plate of donuts to eat. Please, go away. Alright, so now we have a coin case, which is going to enable us to pick up all of the loose coins off the floor inside of the old casino there. Moan! Whoever says that? I don't think I've ever encountered a person that has ever actually said moan. That's mad funny. Moan! I blew it all at the slots. I knew I should have cashed in my coins for prizes. Well, actually, let's go check out the prize wall real quick before we head in there. So there are definitely some things in here that are probably worth it. I sure do fancy that Porygon, but it's hard to win. Yeah, it's like the most expensive thing here. Alright, so there's an Abra for 120, which, like, just by going into the casino and picking up the loose change off the floor, you could totally afford one of those right away. If you don't have a psychic Pokemon, and you want a real cheap one that you can turn into basically the best one in the game, this is definitely the place to do it. But obviously we have Pillsbury, so it's not happening. No, I definitely don't want him, because I don't have any money. Let's see, what's in this one? Oh, see, that's where that Dratini is. And he's 4,600, which, you know, is pretty expensive, and so I'm probably not going to go for it unless I just buy the coins. Porygon, wow, Porygon in this one's a lot cheaper. I think in Pokemon Red, Porygon's like $99.99, which is pretty insane, and this one's got some TMs in it. Yeah, I don't know what TM23 is. I know TM15 is Hyper Beam, and then TM50 is Substitute, maybe? Which, seemingly, Hyper Beam is like a way better move than that. You'd think that that would be the one that's more expensive, but hey, what the hell do I know? What are you gonna do? Alright, so let's go head into the old casino here, and let's see what we can go pick up off the ground, as we completely violate all the rules that are, you know, set in place by the city of Celadon. I guarantee you that they probably don't allow 10-year-old kids to come walking in here and start gambling. But hey, what do I know? And not only are we gonna walk in here picking up loose change off the floor to put him into a damn thing, but we're also gonna go panhandle him off of strangers, which is even better. Hey, what? You're throwing me out! Here, take some coins. Get the fuck out of here. And now we're just doing it all over the place. We're just gonna go badger everybody, because almost everybody in here totally gives you stuff. What's up? You want some coins? Little boy? What are you doing in here? You're totally not supposed to be in here at all. Now, somewhere in here, I don't know if they randomize it or not, but there's definitely a spot in this place that will give you 100 coins off the floor, and that's what will make that Abra totally affordable. I just don't know where it is. I could have sworn it was like... Ah, see, there it is. I knew that I knew it was here. Alright, good stuff. Alright, what about this guy? Games are scary. It's so easy to get hooked. Like a fish. It is, actually. They're teaching you life lessons here, young children. Do not gamble at the age of 10. Or at any age, because it's bad. Hey! You have better things to do, champion. Oh, that's the guy that usually hangs out in the gym. Yeah, he's... So, this is what he's doing. He was probably sitting there waiting for us, and we weren't going to show up, so he's like, dude, I can wait for this kid for like another fucking month. Just forget it. I'm going to go blow all my life savings at the game corner, and then my wife is going to leave me when she finds out what happened. And then I'll be eating Maruchan cup noodles for the rest of my life in my broken-down apartment that has no electricity in it. So that's what's going on. I'm having a wonderful time! My husband doesn't know I'm cheating on him, though. It's getting real dark in this conversation set right now. Anything more? Any more here? I think these machines have different odds. You are very observant. How about you? Kid, do you want to play? The people at the counter are like, did I just see you give coins to a child? I think we're gonna have to send you out of here, sir. You and your weird Safari Zone hat, or Savari, as I apparently said. I don't know what the hell that was all about. It's rumored that this place is run by Team Rocket. Well, you are 100% correct by saying that. Okay, well, now that we've spent, like, pretty much 10 whole minutes just wandering around in this place, let's actually get down to some real fighting. I'm guarding this poster! Go away, or else! Like, there's really no reason for him to totally pop off at us like that. I mean, I could have just been walking up to him, asking him, you know, if he knew the way to the bus stop or something, but he's just like, get the fuck out of here, this poster's mine! And he's got Raticates. Great. Good. Alright, we're not going to fight you with this. It's just not happening. We're going to bring out the Ratman. Ratigan against Raticate. Who shall win? Probably going to be me, I would hope. But with his incredibly powerful quick attacks, you never know. Like, one Hyper Fang, if it hits me, is going to totally kill me. So we need to just be ready for that, because Ratigan has the most, you know, papery defense system that has ever existed in the world. But that's okay. We're gonna make it work for us, however we can. Oh, he's got a Zubat. Lovely. Well, let's bring him back out. So, okay, last night, I had one of the weirder experiences that I think I can ever remember having going to a hip-hop show. So my friend Matt, he was performing at like a music festival that was up in Portland, but it was a very strange thing. It was called I think it was called like Pika or something like that, and it was taking place in like this big kind of empty warehouse that was right next to like a contemporary art gallery, which was kind of weird because it being in that area, it attracted, oh boy, our hideout might be discovered. I better tell the boss. I would have never known that there was a hideout here unless that guy just spilled the beans and told me that there was potentially something going on. He could have just walked away and I would have probably gone back to playing the slots, but no. He's got to be like, oh shit, the cover's blown! Even though it's totally not. It's funny. Okay, so yeah, so like the type of people that this particular, show brought in were the least likely crowd of people I think I would have ever expected to go to a hip-hop show. Like, they were all, like, very contemporary arts, like, artsy, kinda, maybe, I'm trying to think of the right way to describe them. They were just, like, they didn't seem like they belonged. Like, you think of a hip-hop show, you think of, people, that are gonna be dressed in more kinda hip-hop type clothing. And, not the type that are going to, like, liberal arts colleges, I suppose. I mean, I know that's like an overgeneralization, but, like, I've been to a lot of hip-hop shows in my life, and I have never been to one where the dominant crowd was that type of people. And so, it was weird just having that in general. But I think what made it weirder was the way that those people were, like, interacting during this show. Because, like, generally, 9 times out of 10, you go to a hip-hop show, and, the dudes are up there rapping, or you got like, your DJs that are, they're just playing music and what have you, or you got, whatever's going on. And, oh, come on. Oh, boy. I'm a chop, huh? Man, chop. Maybe we can get away with this one. But anywho, and like people are usually going to be like standing there, maybe kind of vibing out a little bit, right in their direct area, but by no means at all is that what was going on. Oh boy, that's going to hurt. Oh boy, okay, that ain't good. We're going to have to do a little substitute here. Oh, please don't die. Hang on, little buddy. Oh yeah. Okay, that was too close. That was way too close, but that's okay. We're gonna clean up the mess here, and no one's gonna get hurt. But yeah, so like totally not the case with what this was, and I think part of that is because of just these types of people are kind of the very hyper expressive real artsy type of people. And I swear to God, some of the weirdest dance moves that I have ever seen anybody do. They were so funny, and like. They didn't really match what was going on, because you got like some dudes that are up there that are like rapping about like some serious shit out there, and then all of a sudden you got these dudes that are wearing like crazy tight short jean shorts that go like halfway down their thighs, and like you got like these weird extremely tight shirts that look like they're just like trying to crush your body into a diamond. And they're just like waving around. It was like a hip hop show meets Burning Man or something. It was so weird. You just got like all these people that are just kind of like throwing their bodies around all over the place. It was like watching like interpretive dance or something. I was just looking over like, what in the name of Sam Hill is this? I have absolutely no clue what this is, and like, I was like, if I'm gonna be around this, I think I'm gonna have to get some drinks. And then part 2 was like, because Matt was performing, he's like, dude, like I knew there was gonna be kind of an eclectic group of people here, but I didn't know like this is exactly what we were gonna be getting into. And it's like, so I don't know how they're gonna react when I'm up on stage, so I'm gonna need you to try to kind of be like the hype man and try to get people, into it, so that I have some energy to feed off of, and that's like that's an important thing for rap shows. Like I have, especially after what happened last night, I have a way higher respect for any hip hop hype man, because dude, they got to do a lot of shit to keep people, you know, really engaged. And so I went and grabbed myself a couple of margaritas, and I just started pounding them down. And at that point, I was just like, "Fuck it, let's go, let's do what we've got to do here." And so I started trying to be the energy guy, trying to get these people, you know, kind of, you know, hyped up and ready to go for this whole thing. And it definitely paid off, like, because they started out really kind of tentative. I guess probably just trying to get a feel for what was going on. That's gonna kill me. And eventually, you know, everybody started doing their crazy, you know, swaying in the breeze stuff there. And but you know, all in all, it was pretty cool. It was kind of a nifty thing. But man, I haven't had a margarita since I was like 22. Like, it's been a long ass time since I've had one of those. And those things do me dirty, man. I'm not saying like I was doing like questionable stuff out there, but they just fuck me up, man. They really do. Like, I'm not gonna say that I was like totally, you know, shit-faced drunk or anything, but I mean, I had those things at like 11 o'clock, and I still felt them this morning at like 10:30 when I woke up. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It was something. It was rough. It was definitely rough. But, yeah, definitely one of the strangest experiences that I've ever had at a hip-hop show before. It was just... like, I think one of the other weird parts about it was like this empty warehouse, just like this empty warehouse, and there was the stage, and generally everybody's going to be crowding the stage, but the people that were putting on this little shindig decided, for whatever reason, that they were going to just add bleachers in there, just like high school football game bleachers inside of this place. Which, you know, I kind of get it. I mean, you know, some people are going to want to have a place to sit, but that's totally counterintuitive for a hip-hop show. Like, the last thing you want during hip-hop and rap shows is you don't want everybody sitting down, you know? Like, that's what kills the vibe for a show like that, is people sitting down. And so, like, you want them more engaged, and so I thought that maybe, just maybe, they kind of dropped the ball a little bit on that. Perfect. That is great. If there was ever going to be one thing that we could have type advantage on, I'm really glad it was that. He might actually be able to get himself some good XP here. That means I won't have to switch him out for anything. Very good. Please tell me you have a whole bunch of Zubats, man. I would love that. And then after that, on the way home, we dropped off the people that came up with us, and we ended up going to Denny's at like 2:30 in the morning. And ooh, wait a minute. Well, you know, I was gonna say maybe Ice Beam would be really good against this, but I think that Ice actually does half damage against poison, so maybe it's not gonna be better. But anywho, we went to Denny's, and I was so hungry, and I think part of it was probably those margaritas screaming at me in the face. But man, I totally had way too much food. It was all bad. I had a cheese quesadilla, because they're only $2 there, which is awesome. I had a cheese quesadilla, and then I also had a full breakfast. I had like this crazy like double berry banana pancake breakfast, which was fucking awesome. Oh my god! It was like 3 pancakes that had bananas, and it had blueberries inside of the pancakes, and it had strawberries, and it had like whipped cream on it, and then it had another full side plate of like 2 over-easy eggs, hash browns, and then a piece of bacon and a piece of sausage. It was just like, holy shit! And all of that food, that entire combination of food, was only like $10. And so I was just like, dude, this is great! Until I woke up this morning, and I just about destroyed our septic system. and that in its own right is also totally not good. Oh, come on, stay alive. Yes, yeah, burn that sludge, make it smell even worse. Like, that's one thing about Grimer, is that he's just literal, like liquefied, like, sentient garbage, more or less. And now we burned him, and now he smells worse. So, I mean, we're winning the fight, but we're losing the war, because now our, what are those? Is that inside your nose? Are those the olfactory bulbs? Is that for your sense of smell, or is that... I get that confused. Or is that part of hearing? I think that's for smell. I don't remember. I'm off on that. My blood sugar's low anyway. I need to eat something. We're gonna bring you back out. And I think... you know what? We're gonna need to do it anyway, so we may as well just give him one. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, this is good. This is very good. Oh, this actually reminds me, now that we're fighting with Vulpix right now, super down with the new update that they brought in for Pokemon Go, by the way. It's super tight. Like, you can basically, you pick anybody out of your roster that you have, and you can, you know, turn them into your buddy or whatever, and they'll just, like, totally, like, walk around with you and be your personal little, like, kind of companion-looking thing. And it's fucking awesome, because you can take, you know, say, one of the ones out of your group that maybe you're having a hard time finding, you know, out in the wild or whatever, and you need to get candy for it so you can evolve it. And you can totally do that with this, because I guess by having whichever one it is as your buddy, if you walk a certain distance, then they'll actually, like, automatically find candy, which I think is fucking cool. And by seeing, like, the thing that made me think of it is the one that I have as my buddy right now is Vulpix. And, oh, it's super tight, man. As if, you know, as if the game needed to give people any more reasons to go out and exercise and move around. Now you have this, which gives you even more incentive to do that. You know, it's super tight. And I guess if you choose Pikachu, I don't know if this is like exclusive to just him or not, but if you choose Pikachu as his companion, he'll totally sit up on your shoulder. It's super tight. I think it's awesome. Because I think all the rest of them, if you pick them, they'll either, like, fly, you know, right nearby you if it's a flying type, or they'll just kind of, like, sit next to you or whatever. And so, I don't know, the whole thing's really cool. I think that's a great update item to bring in. And I think we're actually going to stop right here, too. We found ourselves a nugget that we can trade for 5 grand, which is awesome. So, with that said, my friend, when we come back on the next episode of Let's Play the thing that we're playing, I don't know why I did that, we are going to keep exploring deeper and deeper into the Rocket Game Corner hideout, and we're eventually going to have ourselves a lovely little showdown with Giovanni at the end of all of it. So, until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.